I'm coming at you from the inside of the gym at the sanctuary that I'm at right now, because honestly, it's like a really quiet space right now. No one's here, and I kind of just wanted some like silence and solitude, and to also make a video. My face is a little red, I acknowledge that. I know that you've noticed by now, and you're probably like, you look like a tomato. That's what I said, right? I mean, honestly, every time I move my forehead, like, oh god, it hurts. I've just been like putting aloe all over my face continuously. And I also put on this like neem oil stuff that someone told me to do, and honestly it like really cleared up my face too. I was like, well, that's a plus. I wanted to take a second to talk to you guys about something that I have been experiencing a little more intensely than I have, at least in the last maybe however many months. And I just wanted to share it with you because I feel like these thoughts in my head, oh, sorry, that was the conch for lunch. So basically everyone's gonna go to lunch right now, so I'll be alone in here. But I wanted to talk about surrendering to change and why you should, because change is always happening and surrendering is always so much easier, and it's gonna make you so much happier, because lately I have been going through a lot of change in my life, with relationships with other people, with feelings, with certain experiences and everything that comes with that. So I wanted to explain a little bit because I feel like this may help someone if maybe they're going through a lot of change and they're maybe fighting against it and they're really unhappy, and maybe this is something that you need to hear, maybe it's not, but I want to talk about it because I'm kind of coping with it right now, and I'm loving the way that I'm coping with it, and it's making me feel really good. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and maybe it'll resonate with you and help you along your journey, maybe at this point in your life, maybe a little bit down the road. I don't know, I'm just gonna share my thoughts though. So let's get right into it. Change is inevitable. Nothing is going to be staying the same. Nothing ever stays the same. Something that happened 1 second ago, something that was 1 second ago, has changed since that 1 second. And I feel like I used to hang on to certain situations, certain people, certain relationships, certain this and that, because I was afraid of change. I didn't want it to change, maybe because it was so good in that moment that the fear of it changing to something that was less than was what scared me. Maybe that was it. There's a lot of factors that could go into this. If I get more red throughout this video, I'm sorry, because really I'm actually super hot right now. So let's ditch that. People are constantly changing, ourselves and others. What we may have done 5 seconds ago, maybe in this moment, it doesn't resonate with who we are, and that's okay. You can never change too much, too drastically, to whatever label someone wants to put on it. You're never gonna stay the same. Don't be scared of change. I know that at this point in my life, when I look back and reflect on situations that happened maybe years ago and the way I reacted to it, or the way that I was perceiving the situation at that time, I just realized how much suffering I caused myself and how much unnecessary internal conflict and emotional drama I was creating constantly because of me resisting. What you resist persists, and I was continuously resisting situations that were perfect for me. They were divine, because everything that happens is absolutely perfect. It's just the way that we look at it. And I didn't see it like that. I saw it like, oh my god, why is this happening to me? No, I don't want to lose this person. I don't want you to stop loving me, blah blah blah. Hanging on to all of these things that are slipping through my fingers, and I can't do anything about it, and me trying to do something about it and cling on to it was hurting me. It was causing me so much sadness, so much disappointment, so much doubt, so much fear, and that's what it all comes from at the end of the day, was fear. I was scared, and that's what a lot of us are when we hang on to certain situations or maybe certain people, because they're that comfort. And I have been kind of clinging to this idea, which I'm not going to go into detail on camera, of the way that things are and are going to be. Realistically, I can't predict that. I can only predict how I can feel about these situations. I can't really predict what's going to happen. And I think a little bit of disappointment was clouding my judgment. And so basically, I just took a step back and I looked at the situation and I thought to myself, girl, Nothing's ever going to be the same. Nothing is ever going to be the same, and that's okay. And that's okay that nothing's going to be the same, because why would you want things to be the same? And then I really asked myself, like, really though? I looked at it and I thought, okay, what do I want to be the same about it? And I kind of picked apart a couple of things and realized that my need for love, comfort, knowingness of the unknown were not being met. And then I realized I cannot question the universe. I just have to go with it. I have to flow with it, because there's so many surprises and things that are happening, and doors that are closing because of other doors that are wanting to be opened. And all of this stuff is going on behind the scenes, and all I have to do is surrender to it. And since I have been surrendering to it and accepting what is and what I do not know, and not having expectations, it has changed everything for me. I feel so free. I noticed that yesterday when I was having this heated conversation with someone in my life, and I realized that I was glued to my phone. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to lose Wi-Fi. I was waiting on their response. And then I kind of looked at myself and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, honestly, what are you doing? I am here and I'm experiencing these feelings which are not positive, which are not full of love. They're full of fear. I'm not wanting to really go into it too much, but I realized I'm in Hawaii right now. I could be doing so many other things that are making me happy, instead of having this conversation that's making me so sad because of how someone is treating me, because of how they feel about something that I did. You know, it didn't sit right with me, and I realized, wow, I really need to let go of everything. Let go of every moment. That doesn't mean not to care. You can still care, and you can still acknowledge what's going on, but do things that make you happy. If you're having a conversation with someone and you feel negative about the situation, in the sense of maybe being sad or scared or anything, you need to cut that out and replace that with something that makes you feel good, because the way that we feel is what we attract. And I don't want to attract situations that make me feel the way I was feeling the other day. I don't like that. I didn't like that. It wasn't something that I would choose to experience if I had the option to choose that, or to choose something that brought me joy and love. So I decided in that moment, I acknowledged my love for the situation. But I acknowledge the love that I need to give myself. I acknowledge that I am constantly creating my own reality. And I acknowledge that I'm going to take full responsibility for that. And I'm not going to let life just happen to me, because life happens. Things happen. However, we are in so much more control than a lot of people give credit to be. So I've decided that I'm not holding on to change. I'm not holding on to the idea that I hope things will be the same. I'm going to embrace change and embrace the unknown, and know that everything is going to turn out okay, as long as I surrender to the universe and have full faith that everything will work out in my favor. The only reason why we think bad things happen to us is because of the way that we perceive them. It's all perception. This world, each and every individual, is seen through their eyes, their thoughts, their judgments, their everything, right? No one sees the world the same way. We may see things similar, but no one sees things the exact same way as another person. And perception has so much more power than you think. When I was in this negative mindset where I was just unhappy, and I thought that things were happening to me because I was unlucky or all of this crap, I just kept attracting more situations like that. And now when I look back on it, I'm like, wow, I literally caused all of this to happen. That is insane. You attract what you are. And I've been noticing that sometimes I let myself get a little bit too caught up in my emotional body, but I'm glad how much I can catch it and just take that second to step back and observe what's going on in my thoughts and make that conscious decision to act, feel a certain way. Sometimes when I'm feeling down, I choose to, instead of think about whatever it is that's making me feel that negative feeling, I think about what I'm grateful for. I think about things that I love to do that make me happy. I think about painting, I think about meditating, I think about yoga, I think about memories that made me really happy, and I encourage you to do the same thing, because I know that when I used to not live in that world where positivity was my main focus and trying to find the good in everything, I know that I was really unhappy, and change scared me because I never knew what was coming. Well, now that I know that whatever is coming is amazing and always will be amazing, life is so exciting. And the reason why I'm sharing this and I'm kind of going off on a tangent is just because this way of thinking has completely transformed my life, and I want to share that with people. I want to express how good I feel after being able to observe my thoughts and make that conscious decision of how this experience is going to be, and surrender to all of it. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, and for those of you who are still watching, thank you. Because I encourage you to try, really try to incorporate that into your life. And mainly what this video was about was just letting go of fear of change, letting go of every moment, cherishing every moment, but not holding on to anything, because nothing around us is ours. This body isn't even ours, it's Mother Earth's, and we're allowed to use it for this duration that we're on the planet, and that's so cool. That car that you have, the house that you have, none of that is actually yours. You may think it's yours, but it's not. It's gonna be taken away from you one day. You know, once you leave this body, you can't take anything with you. Just don't get too attached to things, people come and go, feelings change. That's okay. It's okay. And it's okay to experience sadness, it is, but just remember, focus on the good, focus on the positive things in your life, the positive things about yourself, what you love about yourself, what you love about life, what you love doing, places you want to go, things you want to do. Think about the good things, and know that right now, even though I'm sitting here doing nothing but talking to you, there's so much changing behind the scenes right now, constantly. Energy is flowing in every which way, and I can't stop that, and it's gonna make me really unhappy if I choose to go against that. So ride the wave, go with the flow, and be excited, because the universe has so much to give you. You just have to open your arms and open your heart and receive that, and say thank you for all of the blessings in my life. Just watch and see, you know, how cool would that be? Imagine you can create your entire life with the way that you think, the words that you say. If someone told you that you could create the most perfect life and all that you had to do was think positive thoughts, speak positive words, and focus on things that make you happy and thanking the universe for all the blessings in your life, imagine that's all they said you had to do day after day. Would you do that if it was a guarantee that you could create your dream world? I know I would, and I think a lot of other people that are watching this would too. So hop on that train. This video kind of went in a lot of different ways, but I feel like that kind of happens with me. I'm kind of just like, I don't know, but I gotta go. It's getting a lot hot in this gym, and I'm just chugging some water right now. I think I may go have lunch soon. I never really eat lunch with them because my bananas make me feel so much better. So I think I'm just gonna chill because I actually have the afternoon off now. So yay, that's so exciting. And this video is getting too long, so I'm gonna go. See you next time. Mwah.